back to another episode of Iron Talons Engineering. Now hopefully what you saw in the last video was me putting the engine and gearbox back together and it's all ready to go back in the car. Unfortunately though, the bay, well, it looks like this. It's all manky, grimy, oily, dirty, covered in Norfolk Arena dust from the drift days it used to do. I never once cleaned the bay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start gutting the bay. We're going to start taking everything out. We've got like the wiper motor, bits for the heaters. We've got the brake booster, the master cylinder for the clutch. All of that is going to be coming out, including the front subframe, ready to be polybushed. Now once everything is out, little bits will start being painted over time, and the bay itself will be stripped down and painted the same colour as the rest of the car. So we haven't got to deal with this rattle can finish inside the bay. So let's crack on, shall we? The engine bay looks like this now. It's all grubby, it's grimy, it's still got its brake lines in it. So the idea is we're going to get the brake lines out, we're going to hoover it down, get all the forest out of it basically, and then we're going to degrease the whole thing, wire wheel it and get it prepped ready for priming and painting. The subframe and lower arms are currently out at the blasters, so really I want to get this done, get the inner arches and the front end of the car under sealed as well as the bay painted, so that when everything comes back we can just start reassembling everything and then put the whole front end of the car back together. Right, so I missed a few steps out there in the videos. All the arches are now completely stripped, just like this one. They're all stripped and they are clean and they are masked up, ready to go. So what we've got for under seal is we've got the GravTex U-pole. I did use Raptor last time, but I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Raptor, about when you put the hardener in with Raptor, it can become really brittle over time, and that's just not exactly what we really want. So I went and got the GravTex U-pole. Also got my trusty U-pole Schutz gun. So we got to do this. Bits inside the transmission tunnel, underside here, and the sills. So let's get moving, shall we? So arches are now all completely undersealed. Arches, sills, transmission tunnel, all front end completely undersealed. Now we've got to get on to cleaning the engine bay. I've had enough of this. I wonder. It worked! Where's my sandwich?
A few moments later.
Alright, so as you can see, it looks a bit different to the last clip. It's not gold, it's red. Now the reason I had to do it like this is because I started to apply the primer. When I started to apply the primer, it started to react. And it was bad. It started to crinkle and everything. So I had to basically just sack it off, wait for a day, calm down, stop jumping up and down and ripping my hair out, what's left of it. So I then had to just get a big pot of very, very coarse 2K thinners and just wipe all the rattle can gold and white primer and all of that off it, just so I could have something that wouldn't react to the paint. But as you can see, looks a lot better now. So now we'll prep it all over again and do it again.
Many hours later.
As you can see, bay's all prepped, ready to go. That took a lot longer than I expected to prep that bay, but we're now all ready. So now we're going to start priming it. We've got high build primer going on. We've got red base coat, and then some nice clear coat to go over the top of that. I'm not going to show you me painting it because more than likely I'm going to get it wrong. So this is it in primer. And there we go. Everything went well. Everything actually worked. I'm probably talking it up now, but it was all in a high build primer. Everything's ready to go. We've now just got to flat it down again with some 320, then some 600 sandpaper, and then we'll be laying the base coat. So it's the base coat. And there we go. If only it was actually that easy. Bay is now completely base coated, clear coated, and it's now ready to go. We've just got to now take everything off it and start putting everything that I took and painted out of the bay back in it. Now, I'm not a painter by any stretch of the word, but I am damn happy with that. And if I can get the rest of the car to come out, like I got the engine bay to come out, I'm going to be really, really happy. So let's start demasking everything, getting everything ready to go back in the bay.
The following day.
And demask everything I did. Unfortunately, my camera ran out of battery as I was doing it, and I was so absorbed in doing it, I just completely forgot about it. So this is what we're left with, guys. We've got all the wiper motors and water temperature shit and the brake booster, clutch master cylinder, all that kind of stuff, all painted. Everything's ready to go back in. Everything's ready now. We've now got the subframe back from the blasters. So yeah, the bay is pretty much done other than like brake lines and other little bits, and we can get the engine back in. So that's it for this episode of Iron Talent Engineering. Basically, we got engine bay painted, everything's ready. We only got a couple of little bits and pieces left to go back in the bay, but everything's covered in overspray. I've got to clean up. Well, to be fair, there's no point in cleaning up. I've got to do the entire car as well in this red. But we ought to get the subframe back on, the engine back in, and then we can focus on getting the car prepped completely and getting the car painted and everything sorted like that. So we're now going to move on to doing the front subframe. So tune in for that one, guys. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon, alright? Good luck with your own stuff.